Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Alex, and here with me today is Ugochukwu, and we're supposed to have one more member who might be joining. I think if he is able to join sometime later, Dami. The channel has no name for now. In the next episode, we might have one, but that's not going to stop us or anything. Today we'll be reviewing Nomadland, directed by Chloe Zhao. I feel like I'm butchering this name, but it's starring Frances McDormand, and this is the first movie directed by Chloe Zhao I've ever seen. I'm not sure if my co-host has seen any other one. But yeah, before we get into our thoughts about the movie, a brief synopsis. So it follows the story of a woman in her 60s who, after losing everything she has when her town got shut down, she hits the road and starts living as a modern day nomad. That's pretty much the whole movie, guys. It doesn't sound like much, but they somehow managed to get about an hour and 40 something minutes out of this sentence. Uh, but yeah, I guess there's a bit to unpack with this one, guys. So yeah, I'll start with you, Kuchuku. What did you think about this one?
Thank you. Hi, like you said, my name is Ugochukwu. I'm trying to be gentle. It was a difficult watch. We'll start with that. It was a very difficult watch. I mean, I like Frances. I like Frances a lot, like a whole lot.
Yeah.
And while I understand, so to speak, that Nomadland will have a not particularly a target audience, but they are a particular kind of people that will relate to the film. Let's just say I'm not in that bracket of people. It took me 3 attempts to see this film, Alex. Three
It's
attempts. I
it's
slept
not
off the
just you,
first time.
man. It's not just you.
Because I was watching. I love the scoring. Okay, I mean, let's start with some positives. I love this. I should see who did that. But I love the scoring. But that was pretty much it.
Really? Like that was the only thing,
That
like that
was
was
that
the only
was that
positive for
was that
you.
was pretty much it. Yeah, I couldn't
So
even get into any technicalities, so to speak. And I'm not one for dissecting, all these things. But after the music, after the scoring, that was pretty much it for me.
cinematography, I
Huge
think
no-no
I
from
I
this
think
film.
that was good. There were beautiful scenes in the movie. Like if anyone is
Sure,
interested in that kind of thing,
vast.
like the way like they position the camera to capture some type of things, like the
Well, it was
cinematography I
just
think
for
was
empty
good.
spaces, vast expanse of dead land.
But like I don't there was
And
this
of course, you
scene
can't
where
forget the Amazon, the
I was
unending
saying,
Amazon commercials.
oh yeah, no, I wasn't even going to mention that. There was this scene where there were birds that Swanky described. There were birds and there were swallows, and she
Yeah.
was in a kayak, and there were birds just floating around. Plus, there's a way the camera was positioned sometimes where someone is standing and they take a shot, and it's like them. I mean, this is pretty like it's in a lot of all this type of Oscar type movies, Shadi. I don't know why they somehow like love this kind of shots, but um, I think it was pretty. Um,
I
I
think it was
sort of
Spirit.
it was pretty, like it was beautiful to watch.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so is that all the positives you have about it? The score.
Yeah,
What
the
about the story? What
score,
about the storyline?
the score. I'm making a list of the things I liked
Okay.
about it. Yeah. So
Hmm.
the score. Yeah, the score. That's pretty much the storyline.
I think I
It
lost.
felt
I
like
think I lost you for a bit there.
like I'm saying, the storyline. It
Okay.
felt like, or rather, it has this feel of a story that needed to be told.
Okay. True. True. I was
It
going
had
to
the feel of a
mention
story that
that.
needed
Yeah.
to be told. I think that kind of gave me this. I don't know if you saw North Country with Charlize. It gave me that
No.
North Country vibes. So yeah, it had that feel of a story that needed to be told. But then I didn't know, Alex. I
You
did
did
not
not
enjoy this
relate,
movie. I did not
basically.
enjoy the movie. Like not even a little bit. Not
Um,
even a little.
I probably have a lot more positives than you. Like in terms of relating it to another movie, I think the movie reminded me of the most was like American Honey. I don't know if you saw American Honey
I
with
did.
Shia LaBeouf and how they were just like roaming around in the bus. Like American Honey was definitely a way better or more interesting movie,
Um,
anyways.
I
But I think in terms of like the themes of not having a home and just roaming around, I think they're sort of similar. Um,
uh let me
yeah,
see. Let me see if you know how
yeah,
most independent films they have something of a template,
yeah,
so to speak. They have
yeah.
like this. So that I guess I'm trying to see why you relate it with American Honey, because
Give
I
me,
think I was talking about how indie flicks almost always have like this template.
yeah.
You know, the ambient sound, the wide angle shots depicting like almost always vast yeah. So maybe that's why you relate it to American Honey. But American Honey was a much better flick, in my
It
opinion.
was. I think,
It had a lot more going on.
yeah, it was a better story generally. I think the problem with this film for me was that it didn't have a story, or it didn't make the story interesting enough for anyone to want to like continue watching the film. It just focused a lot on the character, and the character as well is sort of like a dry, lonely person that nothing exactly is happening in her life. So it's like at some point you're wondering why am I even watch? Why am I interested in this person? But what I think the movie did that was good, I think it sort of immersed you into the world of like being a nomad. Like after watching it, when I think I was halfway through, I sort of like had this feel that I was with them in that like nomad space because I had watched the whole thing going through and seeing like RV upon RV upon RV upon RV and vans and people living in and out of vans. Like it was just crazy to watch, and it was like I've heard a lot about the US housing crisis. So and like a lot of people being homeless in the US. So it was like really, I guess, eye opening to be able to witness this from this angle. Besides that, I think Francis McDormand did Mac. How do you even say this name? Francis McDormand uh, did a very good job with the script she was given. I don't, I don't know if she could have done better at what she was giving because I don't want to blame her for me not totally enjoying the film. I think she did a very good job on her part. But yeah, another positive was I think the movie makes you feel like a certain like in the end when I don't know if you remember this scene when the guy was talking to her about how he hasn't seen how his son is supposed to be 33 years today, but he took his life about 5 years ago, stuff like that. Sort of makes you feel about like death and how life is short, and somehow that
When
those
she was
people.
talking about her husband.
Yeah, she was talking to the old guy with the white beard, and
Yeah.
she was telling him how her husband is that how her husband died, and he was telling her how he hasn't seen his son. He hadn't seen his son in a while, and his son has taken his life, but he would have been 33 years old today or something like that. Um, but yeah, that was pretty, I guess, heart wrenching that particular scene. it also makes you feel in terms of like life's short, and somehow you find that those people who are living their life in that way seem to be a lot happier for whatever reason, even though they have
Love fear.
nothing. Exactly, they meet cool people and just meet and just talk and do things every day. But besides that, there was nothing in it for me. I could see how the film could be dry for lots of people. There was, to me, absolutely no storyline. I mean, I guess there was, but just one sentence, like I said in the synopsis. But yeah, that's about it for me, man.
Storyline. The storyline was kind of keeping in tune with the theme, so to speak, of the entire movie. Because the story was
Exactly,
just wandering and going nowhere.
exactly,
Story was
exactly.
just
Even when he ended, I was like, well, if you were going to end it like this, you could have ended it 30 minutes.
like
You could have ended it 30
like 30
minutes
minutes
ago and
in.
it would be the same thing. But
Like
yeah.
nothing happened in that movie.
What did
There
you
was
think
no
about her relationship with that Dave guy?
with Dave.
I
I mean,
thought
I
they
think
were
when I
like,
saw him,
okay,
I thought it was going to be like a love interest.
exactly. And I was like,
At
okay,
first, I was like, okay,
maybe this would be the thing. But it was just like leading nowhere. And I was like, what are these two people even doing? I was like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
maybe she was going. Maybe she was going for the whole what's the word? It's kind of like in keeping with the theme of the story too.
Yeah.
Things just happen. Things don't
Yeah.
always happen the way we
Exactly. True.
expect them to. Sometimes you just meet people, you vibe, so to speak,
And nothing
and then you
happens
just
and
move
life
on.
goes
Nothing has
on.
to come out of nothing has to come
Yeah.
out of that
True.
particular
True.
vibe.
It's real life at the end of the day. So yeah, I think
Mm,
that's what the movie did good. It represented real life in a way that sometimes life is just drab and nothing happens. But the
I
truth is,
swear, and
no
it's
one wants to
ridiculous.
watch a movie about drab events. That's the thing. But
Very well said.
that's
At
it.
least
But
not from start to
apparently,
finish.
I shouldn't even say no one, but because apparently some people love it. So I guess
It was she got nominated for best director. Yes.
yes. I think yeah. She won the
How about the
gold. She
film?
won. She won Golden
Any
Globe. She won Best Director Golden Globes. Yeah.
she won.
Yeah, she won.
Okay.
And she might win at the
Did
Oscars.
the film get any nod for like
At the
best picture?
Oscars.
No, the Golden Globes or
Yeah, it
I think
did.
the
It did. Did
what
it
do you call it?
win? I think it was I think it was part of the nominees. I can't remember if he won. I'm not sure. But I know
Let me look into that real quick.
she won best director. I know Frances got a nomination, but she didn't win.
She's crazy. And the thing is, films like this, I'm sure it must have been a festival darling. Like all the festivals must have loved it.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Even
always
at the
get people
beginning of
movies
the film, there was this thing they wrote, something something festival, blah 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 blah. Yeah.
blah 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 is right.
I don't know, man. But I see it winning lots of maybe not lots, but I see it winning a couple of awards. Just because I think this is the kind of movies critics like. There's a lot a critic can say about this. I feel they'll go into
Plenty.
their emotional bag, how it made them feel, how it exposed the part of the world that no one has talked about before. And there was also something I read about, I think after watching the film. I also noticed in the credits that some of those characters like were real nomads.
Like real nomads.
Yeah,
Oh,
like Swanky and the woman that I don't know if she didn't have any upper teeth, but those two were real life nomads. So I thought that was pretty cool
that's
too.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I don't know. Is there any other thing you'd like to add about the film?
But that's insane. Like just living out of your van or because according to the movie, some people lived out of like saloon vehicles too.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
true, true.
you could just day now and they live inside your Toyota Camry.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy. And
Crazy
like,
shit.
you saw that scene where she wanted to repair her car. And they're like, fam, you have to sell this shit. And she's like, no, I paid too
Yeah,
much to make it look the way it looks. I can't afford to
this
sell
is my
it. Like,
home. I think that was the first time she used. That's like the first time she admitted it openly, so to speak. Like,
yeah,
this is my home.
yeah, yeah. I guess another place was when that little girl asked her if she was homeless, and she's like, "No, I'm houseless," that kind of thing.
Okay, I like that. Scene. I like that part.
But yeah, there wasn't much about the film. You said it took you three tries.
Yeah, 3 tries.
The same
Slept up
day.
on the first one.
The same. Did you
Hell
watch
no.
it on the same day? No.
I slept over the first attempt. Then I tried again. Like the very first day I opened it, I was like, oh, this is one of those you have to be in the right frame of mind type
Sure.
of film. So I just closed it. I'm like, I'll come back to you. And I went back to it, and then
Man, it was
it was
a
a
hard
difficult
watch.
watch.
Difficult
It was
watch.
a very hard watch.
But there are
I
good
did
things.
not
There are
hate
good things
it.
about it, though. There are good things about it. It's not
I
something I would
mean, the
recommend,
same.
though.
I would never
I
recommend
wouldn't
it to
recommend it.
anybody.
Recommend it.
To anybody.
Like,
They say even how they say it. Yeah,
I was going to say,
I
like,
think as that.
at some point, it felt like I was watching a documentary. And I don't know if that's a bonus to the
Spot on.
film
Yes.
or it's a bad thing. Like, it just felt like I was watching a documentary. So, like, with what the director was going for, I think maybe that's what she was going for, to make a movie that looked so real. It felt like you're watching a documentary. Like, I don't know, but it was crazy.
It definitely felt like a documentary. I got that same feeling too at some point. I don't know. I guess she wanted the audience or the viewers to. Maybe that was her own way of trying to get us to connect.
Yeah, I think so.
Of
I
trying
just
to get
think
us.
the movie would have benefited from like a better storyline. Like, let something happen. Let me see her get robbed, or I don't know. Let something happen. Let something happen. It would
Yeah,
have
because
been
she
fun.
was just. I don't even know what's
There
happening in
were,
that
there were,
movie,
there
man.
were
Like, I'm
just
not
there were just
even.
lots of scenes with her driving, looking out of the window,
And
singing.
then that whole ambient music
Yeah,
just playing. It was very tiring, my man. Very tiring. Never again.
yeah. But yeah, I think that's all we'll be saying about this movie. I don't like before we just keep on repeating ourselves about how much we didn't
Same.
we didn't enjoy it. But
Like a 1/5 for me.
yeah, I won't give it a one, only because I think it did what it was attempting to do, and I guess for certain people they might enjoy it. I didn't, so maybe three. I'll give it a three because it's not.
3/5.
Yeah, I won't say it's a bad movie. Like if I call it one, it means like it's a bad movie.
No, it doesn't mean it's a bad movie.
Okay,
Me calling it one just means I did not like it.
okay.
It just means I did not like it. I'm not going to go all out and call it a bad movie. I don't know that for certain. What I know for certain is that
Is you
I
did not like
did
it?
not like it.
Okay, so my
So
rating
one
would
over
be
five.
my rating would be three because I think it's a good movie, but I did not like it. So I'll leave it at that. Like if I didn't think it was a good movie and I hated it as well, then I'll give it a one. So that's I guess my my rating scale. Um but yeah, that's it guys. We should probably
Yeah.
end it here. What are we going to be reviewing next? Any ideas? We did talk about Mank. Have you seen Mank?
Okay, I got that. I haven't seen Mank. I have it here, but I haven't watched it yet. I also just got what do you call it? It's Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, I saw that one. So we should probably do that one next. Yeah.
Any good?
It's
I should
alright.
go for it. I mean, I like Lakeith. lot.
Kaluuya too is pretty good. He
So
won the Golden
Judas and the
Globe,
Black
so
Messiah.
yeah,
Oh, I should. Man, I've been lacking. Oh, I've
he
been
won.
slacking.
He won Best Actor, Golden Globes. They gave almost all the black people, so I was like, dude, what are these people
It was
doing?
not one of
Like,
those. It
I've
was
not
not
se-
one of
I've not
those.
seen all the
Let's keep
movies.
them happy type shit.
I swear, I've not seen all the movies, so I can't be sure. But I just know that almost every black person that got nominated won. I'm like, holy shit, what's happening? Yeah, but we'll see.
That was off one.
So this first episode's almost done. Please like, share, subscribe. This is the first video, so probably no one is going to do that anyways. But
Still,
but yeah, it had to be said. See you. We plan to do this every week. I think that's the plan if we can. I should be uploading this tomorrow, Sunday. Um, yeah. See you guys when we meet again next week.
all right then. Bye, Alex. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.